everyone, and welcome on in to another LEGO Marvel custom set review on my channel. Now, over the past few weeks, I have spent another ungrueling amount of time on another Marvel movie LEGO project, and in today's video, we are checking out my ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 set. So, without further ado, let's get on into the video. Starting off these showcases like we usually do, let's start off with the minifigures, with our first minifigure here being, of course, Star-Lord. For Star-Lord, I gave him the torso and legs that come in the sets that LEGO released, as well as the same face. However, I did end up giving him the Superman hairpiece in the orangish tan color, as well as I gave him his guns in the silver color. I felt like LEGO did a pretty good job with him, so I just wanted to update the hair as this is more accurate to the movie. Our second minifigure in the set is another non-exclusive minifigure, which is Drax the Destroyer. For Drax, I gave him the same head that comes in the newest set, with a few different little updates, as I didn't have the full-on face, so the face details may be a little bit different, but I also stuck with the same outfit design. However, I did decide to give him two silver blades, different to the rubber knives that come in the other set, as in the movies he generally has longer knives, and these fit a lot better in my opinion. Next up, we have another repeated character. However, this is a easier set to get him in and is actually worth the money, if this were real, of course. We have Rocket Raccoon. Now, Rocket is the exact same minifigure from the little Rocket Raccoon spaceship set, with the same gun, same face print, same torso, legs, and of course the tail at the back. Following up after Rocket in this set is, of course, Gamora. Now, later you may say, oh, Gamora doesn't show up in this scene, as you will see with the set. However, I just wanted to include her as she doesn't show up in any of the sets, and it's just a way of getting another Gamora minifigure, as they really skipped out with another Guardians film. So for her, I gave her an all-new face print, showing an angry expression, and also making sure to use the 2014 Gamora as a stencil. I also gave her Miss Marvel's hairpiece in black there, as well as the same torso and leg printing with her signature sword there. Next up in the set is our first kind of villain, which of course is, I believe, Record Theo. Now, I'm not sure if that is fully correct. I did research it though, and this is him. This is the guy that has the key to Rocket's kind of design. For him, I decided to go with a kind of medium nougat skin tone, as well as gave him some basic white legs and some basic stone gray arms, as LEGO doesn't usually use arm or leg printing for their basic minifigures, but I did give him a new torso print there, as you can see, as well as a all new face print, kind of showing a neutral face expression with all these cybernetics implanted onto his head, and of course a little Easter egg, which of course is the key on the left side of his head there. And for the final minifigure of the set, probably saving the best for last, we of course have the High Evolutionary. Now, this minifigure was so fun to design. He was a bit complicated, however, with all the purple colors that LEGO has, none really contrast that well. So for him, he kind of has a basic color of purple, light purple, and some navy blue, but it works quite well. So starting from top to bottom, we have a all new face print, with the purple being the base color, as I kind of wanted to replicate that helmet look, and just a plain brown base color wouldn't really replicate it that well. As well as I gave him an all new torso print there, with the armor and his neck showing through the top there, as well as some new hip printing and leg printing, with the legs having a little bit of side printing with the boots there. However, they are not dual molded. I also wanted to give the face the stretched look, so I have a bunch of kind of stretch marks and wrinkles and little creases in the head to replicate that. And now let's get on into the set. And here it is. This is the High Evolutionary Citadel. This is from the midway point to the end of the movie, where they have that big clash as well as the big meeting in his laboratory. As you can see, I used a lot of angles as well as the main color being dark red, mixed with a bit of gray to give it that little chipped off kind of paint, kind of metallic exterior slash interior kind of look, with the window being recreated at the top there, as well as trying to keep that pointed shape there. But let's go into a bit more detail there. This set has a total of 3 floors, so let's start off with the first floor, which is, of course, the High Evolutionary's throne room. Now, there isn't much going on up here. As you can see, that is how I built the window over there, with a bunch of different angles and slope pieces all mendled together, with a few points giving it a roofed off look, as well as there are some tiles at the top of the build there. However, with the design of the top floor, I went with his desk there, which is using trans red curved slopes, as well as some white ones, built on a dark red bunch of plates with some angled plates and some trans red mixed in there. As well as the floor, I tried to go with that roundish dark gray and light gray alternating pattern. So you can see that on the floor there. You have the little light gray curved tiles there, as well as some spots on the ground where you can place minifigures. And now moving down to the middle floor, we have the laboratory. This is where all the animals get experimented on. So over there in the right, you can see a table with a cloth as well as a knife on a little table that I built, as well as the walls have some ventilation grates there, using some Nexonite shield pieces mixed with some black grates in there, as well as you have the tube in the middle where the animals are experimented on, with the same pattern as upstairs with the light gray and dark gray. As well as you can see in the corner, you have the key holder for Rocket's specs. As well as on the inside of the holding container right there, there is a stud where you can place Baby Rocket if you collect all of the sets. And finally, the bottom floor, which of course has most of the stuff that you saw in the film, which of course is the cage where you can put a custom version of Phyla if you want, or you can put Baby Rocket or Rocket if you want, as well as there are a few boxes off to the left there where you can also store Rocket if you want. There's also a power cylinder in the middle there, and that is about it. The floor is tiled off, as well as has some little studs where you can place the minifigures. But there you have it. That is my ultimate Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 custom set. However, it wouldn't be one of my custom sets without some box art, so here you go. Here is set 76345, the High Evolutionary Citadel. As you can see, there is the branding on the side with all 6 minifigures down below, with of course the LEGO Marvel logo, and the set with the backdrop of course being the forest where it is set upon. But anyways, if you guys did go on to enjoy the video, please make sure you subscribe and like the video, as that pushes me out to a lot more people who might like the content that I make, as well as it tells me what you guys like to see. But anyways, thanks.